Let's go.
Good. Wow. Hey, this is the July 17th meeting of the Elizabethtown City Council. Marty Fulkerson will open with invocation.
Let's pray. Father, we pause to say thank you. Thank you for the gift of this community, and thank you for the gift of the employees that work so hard to make it the quality of life that we enjoy each and every day. Father, we thank you for those that are first responders that put themselves in harm's way to provide for the safety of us as well as those that come and visit our city. And Lord, we assemble today as a free nation, part of a government body that has the right to make free decisions. And we realize that there was a price paid for that. For those that have served, those that have given the ultimate sacrifice and giving of their lives, those that stand today in harm's way to give us this freedom. May we never take it for granted. Lord, all that we do, may it bring glory to your name. It is in that name that we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Marty.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, first order of business tonight is the approval of the minutes of the June 19th, June 26th, and July the 10th meetings. Do we have a motion? Motion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Must have been a long time since we've met, hasn't it? Wow. Okay, we have a presentation tonight from the Tourism and Convention Bureau. Mr. Fulkerson.
I guess that's me.
This is the other Mr. Fulkerson.
Right. And no, he's not my brother. He's a good guy, though. Thank you, Mayor, City Council. as a member of the Elizabethtown Tourism Board, I'm here to tell you our report for the month. During last week's tourism meeting, the commission voted to give the Hardin County Schools Performing Arts Center $1,235 for 2 upcoming shows that will be held in December and April, and another $1,000 to assist in their annual brochure printing. Other business, 2 weeks of the baseball and softball nationals are now complete, with 1 left to go. The statistics are week 1 was held June 23rd through the 29th with 75 teams. Week 2 was held July 7th through the 13th with 87 teams. And week 3 will be held this week, July 21st through the 27th with 60 teams. Week 3 will be the most diverse and far-reaching with teams, with the teams from more than 20 states, Canada, and 1 10-year-old team from Puerto Rico playing in this event arriving Friday. Sherry's given me the liberty to kind of express to you some of the results we've had at the restaurant. As you know, we have back home restaurant. We've had, gosh, I think we've had probably of these 3 weeks, particularly, probably 5, 6 of those teams a week, if not more, at our restaurant.
The whole team comes?
Well, no, I wish it was, but yes, the particular teams, not the 87, not all of the 87 teams, but.
Up the street, wasn't he, Steve?
Oh, my.
Coach and the
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the parents and the team mom. Yes. And of course, you know, I'm going to interview them. Obviously, as a tourism board member, I want to know about their experience at the park. But as an entrepreneur, you know, as a business owner, I want to know, is that extended experience just as good? Obviously, I want to make sure of that. And of course, I want to know, how did you hear about us? Why'd you come here? You got to pass a lot of restaurants to get to me. And of course, they say, you know, TripAdvisor, or somebody at the sports park, one of the coaches told us about you. In one instance, I had a neighbor in Chicago that told one of the team moms that had been at our restaurant traveling through on other business. So I just want to let you know, it does impact. You know, they come in 20 at a time and you just got to buckle up for it. But, you know, I do appreciate that. You know, there's a lot of restaurants in this town and the pie gets sliced up a little bit. And so I mean, the sports park really helps because they're going to eat, they're going to gas, you know, spend some time. And
another noticeable impact that I've heard a lot of people say that a lot of the participants make, and it doesn't really produce revenue, but when they walk in mass into a particular church service, either on Saturday or Sunday, that's, you know,
I hadn't heard that.
rather
Yes.
impressive.
That's pretty good.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I just wanted to throw that little shameless plug in there, by permission. And
You know, visitors to the city are always looking for a small, locally owned restaurant.
yes, ma'am. And they report that to me.
Mhm.
They look us up on TripAdvisor. They look us up on Traveler
They
Magazine.
go to the chains.
Exactly.
Well, they say they want a taste of Elizabethtown, and of course, our site, when they get to go to it, says, you know, we've been here 30 years. So, okay. Congratulations go out.
That commercial.
I'll continue on. Thank you.
We're gonna hit restaurant.
Thank you all. Congratulations goes out to the operations staff at the park and for doing a tremendous job on these events, because they do, guys. When I talk to them, they just can't. They rave about that park. So we're also looking forward to the Basketball Hall of Fame induction ceremony and all of its related events. It is going to be another busy week here in Elizabethtown, of course. Over the last month, the tourism building was used 10 days to hold 10 meetings with 357 attendees. That's the end of my report, unless you guys got any more questions.
Thank you very much.
Thank y'all.
Mr. Zach Humphrey, the Historic State Theater.
Mayor and councilmen, thank you for allowing me to come up and speak today. Come before you today to present yet another great month at the Historic State Theater. The month of June brought many great events. The Fort Knox Federal Credit Unions. Let me try that again. The Fort Knox Federal. Let me try it one more time. The Fort Knox Federal Credit Union sponsored concert by Nitty Gritty Dirt Band was a huge success, drawing 600 patrons into the State Theater, and some coming as far as Illinois, Birmingham, Alabama, West Jefferson, North Carolina, and even Pensacola, Florida, when we got to looking at statistics and reports from ticket sales. So we see a lot of people really eager to buy tickets for some of these big shows and coming from out of town. With other events like the showing of Jackie starring Natalie Portman, the numerous rentals in the West Benko Gallery, the State Theater welcomed over 1,000 patrons and guests to the downtown Elizabethtown area in the month of June. Month of July also brings a wide range of events to the State Theater. Just this past weekend, Cumberland Thunder, a gospel music ensemble ringing out of the hills of South Central Kentucky and Lake Cumberland, gave a great and uplifting performance Saturday evening. Next up this weekend is the Kentucky High School Basketball Hall of Fame induction ceremony. As most of you all know, this year marks the completion of the Kentucky High School Basketball Hall of Fame's 6-year effort to recognize 100 players, coaches, and contributors. The reception is Saturday night at 5:30 in the West Benko Gallery, and then the induction ceremony is at 7:30 inside the theater. Tickets are $30. We have those available in our office and also at Pritchard Community Center, so you can just call and get those over the phone if you'd like. To wrap up the month of July, State Theater is excited yet again to be part of the 8th annual Cruise in the Heartland Festival here in downtown. That's July 29th. This year we'll be bringing back the Marilyn Monroe Lookalike Contest. And Mayor, I have to get with you. I believe you've been a judge in the past. Is that correct?
Did I judge it? Couldn't remember. I
She's
remember
one of the Maryland
recruiting
lookalike,
judges,
Yeah.
but yeah, and that went over really big. We had
Yeah,
a lot of,
we didn't-
lot of contestants.
We didn't do it last year, but yeah, I heard it was big 2015. So we're going to be bringing that back this year. All of that registration info is on our website, on Facebook. It's $10 to register, and the first place winner goes home with $200. So it is a big contest, and so we hope to get a good crowd for that. For all other events, come to the State Theater, including Ryan Brashear's album release party, which is August 4th, a couple weekends away. We've already sold a couple hundred tickets to that, so he's a local big talent around here. So he's coming up from Nashville to give us a taste of his new album. The night after that, Todd Oliver, who was on America's Got Talent, semifinalist, will be here on August 5th. Go to historicstatetheater.org or call us at 270-234-8258 for tickets.
And who's coming August 19th?
Delbert McClinton will be here August 19th. So tickets are starting to sell quick. I believe we've only got a little less than half of the house left. So next couple weeks, they'll really be going out the door. So
That's awesome. And that Brashear concert, I'm hearing a lot about that. I don't know if you guys know him, local boy. And
Ryan Brashear, he opened up for Winona.
Yes.
And I bet we had 100 calls begging just to see Ryan and would leave as soon as Winona. They just wanted to see Ryan. So
He has a pretty good hit right now. Something about whiskey.
Walk Me to the Whiskey, yeah. He just made a music video for it and down in Nashville and graduated from the Lexington School of Music. So actually a member of the gospel group Saturday recognized his poster and he said, "Hey, I went to that school with Ryan." He said, "I know him well." And he's, at Lake Cumberland. So it just shows the musicians that kind of support each other. So it's gonna be a good time.
I think it's neat you had the gospel group there too. because
It was-
Good to mix everything up.
It was a very good show. Yeah, Edna was there. I think she'd agree that it was a very talented group, and excited to have them back here in the future. So, anybody have any questions?
So you got the big deal, August the 4th.
Mhm.
Brashear concert.
Yep.
August 19th,
No, August 19th, Delbert Clinton,
and then September the 8th,
is Sawyer Brown.
Sawyer Brown. Wow, it's rocking over there.
It is. Sawyer Brown tickets will be selling out quick, I believe. It's only about 150 left. So, if you want to get to that show, get them now. Thank you all.
Thank you, Zach. Appreciate it. Okay, now we have to get down to business. Okay. So first, we're going to do first reading of ordinance number 9, 2017, amending ordinance number 21, 2015, relating to alcohol beverage control. Need a motion to read this ordinance.
So
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
And Mayor, in summary, I'm not going to read the whole thing because primarily this ordinance brings us in line with the statutory changes, recent statutory changes. A lot of it addresses some minor changes to titling and some fees and costs associated. The biggest change is removing the seating requirement for the NQ2, which is the non-quota retail drink license under KRS 243.084. And better defines some calendaring for the licenses. Anything else we throw in there, Mary, as our ABC administrator? But that seating is the biggest, change, isn't it? Yeah.
So, this, I would say to you, was read for the first time today on July the 17th, 2017.
Okay, so how does the seating change?
Goes to 50.
Right.
Yes. Which is a big change.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure in case that, the people want to know. All righty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Municipal Order 35, 2017, authorizing the mayor to accept a land donation for property located at 190 Parkway Drive from Larry and Linda Phillips. Motion to read, please.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
At a regular meeting of the City Council of Elizabethtown, Kentucky, held on the date set out below, a motion to read and adopt the following municipal order was duly made, seconded, and approved. Whereas the Larry and Linda Phillips Commercial Subdivision off New Glendale Road, known as the Parkway Business Center, and as recorded in Plat Cabinet 1 Sheet 6004, contains an open space lot known as Lot 6. And whereas Larry and Linda Phillips wish to donate Lot 6 to the city, thereby to allow the city flexibility in controlling street continuity and determining the potential street extension connection to the adjoining property. Now be it ordered that the city of Elizabethtown accepts the donation of 190 Parkway Drive from Larry and Linda Phillips at a value of $1,000. Be it further ordered that the mayor of the city is authorized to sign any and all contracts, settlement statements, deeds, IRS land donation forms, and other documents to complete this property transfer. Be it further ordered that the mayor of the city and or her designate be and she is hereby authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order. Read, adopted, and approved this the 17th day of July, 2017.
Thank you, Dee Dee. Motion to adopt the order, please.
Motion.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Municipal Order number 36, 2017, authorizing the contract for bridge design at Freeman Lake Park. Motion to read the order, please.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
None opposed.
At a regular meeting of the City Council of Elizabethtown, Kentucky, held on the date set out below, a motion to read and adopt the following municipal order was duly made, seconded, and approved. Whereas the city of Elizabethtown desires to provide a park system that is safe and enjoyable for all visitors, and whereas the city of Elizabethtown has developed a walking trail around Freeman Lake Park in conjunction with green space, and whereas the city of Elizabethtown believes that partnerships are the best means to address issues and has partnered with Green Space and the Elizabethtown Tourism and Convention Bureau to upgrade the bridges at Freeman Lake Park. Now be it ordered by the Elizabethtown City Council that Palmer Engineering is selected to provide engineering design services for the Freeman Lake Park Bridges project. The mayor is authorized to enter into a contract with Palmer Engineering in an amount not to exceed $38,100. Be it further ordered that the mayor of the city and or her designate be and she is hereby authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order. Read, adopted, and approved this the 17th day of July, 2017.
Thank you, Dee Dee.
Mayor, we have a little discussion on that before we vote?
Sure.
I don't have any problem with it other than the fact that when we budgeted $50,000 for this current year for the bridge, I guess I assumed it was to build the bridge. And you did too.
I do too.
And not necessarily for the design engineering phase of the bridge. So the only point I have on that is going forward, we will still have this in front of us again to allocate approximately $50,000 or whatever this determines it's going to be. But that 50,000 was not for building the bridge.
You thought that would build all three of these?
No.
No, I thought we were building
Oh,
one.
you thought you were going to build
And I
one
thought
bridge?
that's what we talked about.
$50,000.
Yep.
One at a time.
And I was a little surprised.
Tourism was gonna pay for one and
Yeah,
Green Space was
that's
gonna
right,
pay for
that's right.
one.
So I was a little surprised when this was for the design and engineering of it. And I mean, I don't have a problem with it. It's just that we're gonna have to address the budget
The
to
building.
build the bridge at next budget session.
Last year, I believe in the budget, and that's the way it was proposed, the sharing of the cost for three bridges. And then as we got into the development of the project, we realized we were going to take quite a bit of engineering for these three bridges, especially for the flood control aspects of it, and making sure that the bridges were structurally built for that and that they would not interfere with floodplain. So, and apparently we didn't make that clear enough in our budget discussions that this year's money would go towards the engineering. And then you will talk about the actual construction and whatever amount of money the city is willing to put into that.
And I'm fine with that. I just want to make sure that I hadn't basically misunderstood that. The other thing was, on our notes in our packet, one of the bids was $220,000 for the design engineering. But there was a note there that said that included the inspection phases. So I guess my question is because the Corps of Engineers and different parties are going to be involved in this process, are we still going to have all those inspection fees going forward for each one of the bridges?
I'm gonna have to ask Ed or Scott to help out on that, because they actually went through the process with the consultant.
Because of the staffing we have through the recreation department, and stormwater and engineering, no, we don't think we're going to contract for those inspection services during that phase of things. That particular engineering company, they're the only ones who put those costs in their proposal. I think they just didn't understand our request for qualifications, and we went over things with them. They did not break all their costs detailed out enough, however, for us to pull that number out and give you, okay, this is what their design would have been. But no, in all the committee review and the discussions with Green Space and tourism, it has never been our intent to hire the design firm to do all the inspection phase. We feel like we have the in-house staffing that can handle that aspect of the projects once it gets to that point.
Any other discussion? Okay, motion to adopt, please.
Motion.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Municipal Order number 37, 2017, approving the agreement with Hardin County Educational Community Television for television production service. Motion to read, please.
Motion.
Okay, can we get a second? No? All right, guess it does.
I'll second.
Thank you. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
And all those opposed?
Aye.
So was that 2 opposes or 3 opposes or, huh?
I said aye.
On opposing?
Still not opposed.
Two noes.
First
noes.
of all,
Still not
just
opposed.
All right, raise your hand if you oppose. Just the 2.
Tony did too.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
voting
So
to
you-
read it first.
Yes.
You know, I mean, you're not,
This is to
yeah,
read it.
this is just to read it, and then you'll vote on whether or not to adopt it.
Yes.
You know, so,
Okay, so let's try it again. All those that want to read it, raise your right hand. And none opposed. Thank you.
2, right
okay,
here.
2 opposed, okay.
2 opposed. All right, so 4 to 2. Let's
Okay,
read it.
okay, all right. At a regular meeting of the City Council of Elizabethtown, Kentucky, held on the date set out below, a motion to read and adopt the following municipal order was duly made, seconded, and approved. Be it ordered that the city approves the agreement with HCEC TV for television production services for meetings of the Elizabethtown City Council in an amount of $7,200 annually, plus for any and all captioning services added to the Elizabethtown City Council's programming by HCEC TV. Be it further ordered that the mayor of the city and or her designate be and she is hereby authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order, read, adopted, and approved. This is the 17th day of July, 2017.
Thank you. Now you want to talk about it.
I'm voting against it because I have not been given anything that says that we have to provide capturing services. We, as the city, reached out to Kentucky League of Cities. They know nothing about it. So therefore, I'm not going to engage in extra expenses that I can't prove that we have to do.
Yeah, what we were told is it was required by the ADA, but you know, these ADA laws have been in effect for many years now. So this is really nothing new. And, you know, this is taking on an extra expense. We're already paying $7,200 a year. And I just
So
don't.
the dollar a minute is why you all are voting. You don't want it.
Are you opposed just to the closed captioning
Is
portion
that
of
all
it,
you're
or?
opposed to?
I don't think we should have to pay anyway because I
Right.
think it's part of the community service.
But we've paid since
I
1995.
understand. Doesn't
I
make,
mean,
doesn't make it right.
Right.
But
Have we brought this up before, since 1995 when we started paying?
Not to my
Okay.
knowledge, we have
Okay.
never questioned.
All right, and the county, the physical court pays, city of Radcliffe pays,
Yes.
I'm not elected to serve for them.
But
I
I'm,
understand what you're saying.
but you've never brought it up before.
I've never.
Okay.
No, and I'm not going to be a spokesman for HCEC TV either, you know, but I would think that this is one of the best services that we as a governmental body could provide for the citizens of E-Town. You talk about transparency and what we get for our money. If we had a private company come in and do this filming and the airing of it and this kind of thing, I think that we would be astonished. And I'm all for the public knowing what takes place here. And I personally would not vote against us airing our informal meetings, which we have talked about before, which other governmental bodies do, which is when we really have the discussion. So I'm not a spokesman for HCEC TV, but I commend them for the work they do. And I think it's one of the greatest services we provide to the public. So I'm certainly very supportive. And the closed caption, to me, that's a very insignificant portion of it. And, I don't have any problem with that.
That would just cost the city $15 in closed caption.
It's $1 a minute.
That's I'm joking. I don't have any gripes with it. And I think it's great that the city citizens get to see it. It's not that. It's just
But what's your concern then?
I've stated it. So
I personally think that even if there was not a mandate to do the closed caption, I think it's a good thing to do.
I do too. I do
For
too.
those that
I
are-
fully agree
for
with
those
that.
with
I mean,
hearing
we should
issues.
kind of volunteered to, but I do have one question on item number 5 in the contract, where it says, in addition to the annual compensation, Elizabethtown City Council shall pay $120 per hour with a 2-hour minimum charge for special meetings of the Elizabethtown City Council. We never paid that.
They've never come to a special
Well, the
meeting.
reason why I was saying that, sometimes we have a specially called meeting right before we go into our work session. And if there was a 2-hour minimum for a 3-minute meeting,
But typically, we don't air those special call meetings,
so the
Jerry.
contract should probably say a special call meeting on a special date, because we have special meetings
We have special meetings, but
before our work sessions.
right, but we have never aired those special meetings.
We've never asked them to
Yeah,
come.
We have
never
never
had
asked
them
them to come for those special meetings.
Mayor, I just want to say, I don't have a problem with the closed caption either. I just think it should be part of the services of the 7,200 a year. That's my issue, and that's it. It's not a whole lot of money, but
I will say that is an expense that they're paying. They're outsourcing that to another entity. It's not something they're doing on their own, just so you know. So that's an in and out expense for
but
them.
as city attorney, do you have documentation that we have to do that?
No, and we have asked the Kentucky League of Cities to provide us with that, and we have not received
But
anything
once
back.
again,
Very
even if
contact them.
without
even
legal-
if they called, even if they came back and said, you all don't
I
have to do it,
still
I
would
think
be
it's a
in
good
favor.
thing to do.
Yeah.
I would be in
And
favor of
it's my
Julie
understanding.
told-
And it's,
Are you still against it?
I'm not, I never was.
Oh, I
against
thought
it.
you voted no.
No,
All right, I can tell who was up and who was down.
Bill and I have shocked the community. We agree.
No.
Well,
hell's freezing over.
That's right, man. Get right with the Lord. He's coming back.
So back to Terry's question on that item number 5, as long as we don't invite them,
Right,
we're not
right.
paying
And
that.
we're not paying them.
That's
No,
correct. Okay,
no. And we never have.
okay. Anything else? Okay, so now, can I get a motion to adopt this?
I
I move that
motion
it be
to
adopted.
adopt.
Everybody's
Second.
gonna do it
Second.
now, all right.
Second.
All right, all those in favor?
All right.
Any opposed?
Uh,
All right, 4-2. Boy, love to see you boys united. Okay,
Glad to be a part of it.
yeah.
I want
Yeah,
to
they have
say,
a closed caption too.
I want to start singing Ebony and Ivory.
Okay, Municipal Order number 38, 2017, approving the amendment to the engineering agreement with HDR Engineering. Motion to read, please.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
None opposed. Thank you.
At a regular meeting of the City Council of Elizabethtown, Kentucky, held on the date set out below, a motion to read and adopt the following municipal order was duly made, seconded, and approved. Be it ordered that the City of Elizabethtown amends the agreement with HDR Engineering Incorporated for engineering and inspection services related to the Village Drive Sewer Project and the Poplar Drive Drainage Project in an amount of $46,500. Be it further ordered that the mayor of the city and or her designate be and she is hereby authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order, read, adopted, and approved this 17th day of July, 2017.
Thank you, Dee Dee. We have a motion.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, Municipal Order 39, 2017, approving the purchase of 2 maintenance trucks from Bob Hook Chevrolet, utilizing the state contract pricing in the total amount of $55,250. Motion to read, please.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
At a regular meeting of the City Council of Elizabethtown, Kentucky, held on the date set out below, motion to read and adopt the following municipal order was duly made, seconded, and approved. Be it ordered that the City of Elizabethtown authorizes the purchase of 2 2017 Chevrolet Silverado 2500 HD double cab 4x4 maintenance trucks with tow packages from Bob Hook Chevrolet in the total amount of $55,250. This is by state bid contract. Be it further ordered that the mayor of the city and or her designate be and she is hereby authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order, read, adopted, and approved this 17th day of July, 2017.
Thank you, Dee Dee. Motion to adopt.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Municipal Order, number 40, 2017, approving the purchase of a compact track loader utilizing state contract pricing in an amount of $83,892.25. Motion to read, please.
Motion. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
At a regular meeting of the City Council of Elizabethtown, Kentucky, held on the date set out below, motion to read and adopt the following municipal order was duly made, seconded, and approved. Be it ordered that the city authorizes the purchase of a compact track loader from Wayne Supply in the amount of $83,892.25. This is by state bid contract. Be it further ordered that the mayor of the city and or her designate be and she is hereby authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order, read, adopted, and approved this the 17th day of July, 2017.
Thank you, Dee Dee. Do we have a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Which, Mayor, is further proof
I know.
that we do not argue over $84,000,
No.
but we will argue
Or
over
$200,000,
$1 per minute.
but $1 a minute. Wow, that's just what I was thinking. Holy moly, that
Not
went
just the
fast.
principle.
It's all
Thank
principle. I
you.
agree with you, Bill.
That's
There's 2 for
right.
Bill and I.
I guess.
Same meeting.
Woo, woo.
We set a record.
Right. I'm gonna move down there next to you, Bill.
Holy moly. Okay, all right, let's do a resolution. This is resolution number 5, 2017, supporting the separation of the county employees retirement system from the Kentucky retirement system. Do I have a motion to read?
Motion. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
You're here.
All right. Whereas the city of Elizabethtown has employees invested in the county employees retirement system, and whereas the county employees retirement system is currently funded at 62%, a higher funded ratio than it was prior to passage of Senate Bill 2. And whereas the Kentucky employees retirement system is the worst funded system in the U.S. and was noted by R.V. Coons Incorporated as being set to undergo financial hurdles of persistent funding shortfalls, elevated contribution levels, unsustainable payout ratios, and in the worst case scenario, the potential for the complete depletion of the asset base. And whereas total assets of the county employees retirement system are about $12 billion, 73% of the total Kentucky retirement system's assets. And whereas administrative costs for the Kentucky retirement systems have increased 245% since 2000, and the county employees retirement system pays 63% of those costs. And whereas separation of the county employees retirement system would result in the creation of a new 9-member board whose sole responsibility would be the management of the county employees retirement system. And whereas the current 17-member Kentucky Retirement Systems Board of Trustees has only 6 seats for county employees retirement system representatives, and the Kentucky Retirement Systems Board of Trustees Investment Committee has no representative from the county employees retirement system. Whereas separation of the county employees retirement system from the Kentucky retirement systems would mean local control of local pensions and would ensure the needs of the county employees retirement system are met so it can continue its current path of growth for years to come. Now therefore be it resolved that the City Council of the City of Elizabethtown supports the separation of the county employees' retirement system from the Kentucky retirement systems. Read, adopted, and approved. This is the 17th day of July, 2017.
Thank you, Dee Dee. We have a motion to adopt.
Motion to adopt, please.
Second, please.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, I need a motion to reject the bids received for the Derrick Avenue Drainage Project.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Wait just a minute.
All right.
I forgot. They came in too high, or what was that?
Oh, Charlotte.
Yeah.
Well, basically, they didn't meet the bid specifications. Problems with that, so.
Here it is.
What will we do then, Robert? Rebid or redesign or?
We'll instead go out and quote a certain pipe around pipe. Probably from these same vendors will look at this for both.
Okay.
Those pipes will hit the threshold.
Anything else? Any other questions? Okay, can I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Okay, now I need a, or do you all have anything you want to talk about before we go into close?
I thought Marty might tell us about the fair.
It was the most fun you could have with your shoes on.
And it didn't rain.
Yeah, we had a good fair. We appreciate the community support. Certainly the numbers look like they were better than the last couple of years we had, but we had such a huge 2014, and we're still not sure what made that happen that way. But we had a good fair. Appreciate the community support. Jerry the Law was there. Jerry the King Law was there, and the mayor does know who that is.
Who doesn't? And Tojo Yamamoto.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Maybe next year you'll get Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
Was Bill Bennett at your fair?
I was not at the fair.
Okay. Okay, I need a motion to close,
Motion.
to A, conduct deliberation on future acquisition or sale of real property by the city, and B, to discuss the general nature of existing and possible litigation by the city. And now, second,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Going upstairs. I assume we have a room. John?
Did you know who Jerry Law was?
Jerry, the king.
You knew who it
Yeah.
was? Okay.
They said he was a
Say,
really nice man.
Ricky and I are friends, and
He was. I knew, sometimes those guys. Yeah, he was good.
Well, but I told her I had 50.
Yeah.
Bunch of
And
people
I
around.
guarantee he had a bunch of people following.
Yeah.
Really?